All right, welcome to J Sports, everyone. You know what to do. Aside from hating on the Commanders and the Traitors, Traitors, Raiders, whatever they're called. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. Press the post notification bell so you never miss another one of these videos. Let's get it. Okay, everyone, welcome to the show. We've got a good one for you today. As you can imagine, I am stuck with the lower class of football fans. Um, on one camera, we got our guy Oscar Montiel, host of RTS with Oscar. Only subscribe to his channel. Well, subscribe to his channel, but only press the post notification bell for the Real Madrid and World Cup content. Commanders. If there's an option, just say you only want some notifications. And then we got. He doesn't have his own YouTube channel, but he might need to have one for all the trash we talk here. We got Tyler Gillett. What up, boys?
What up?
What's up, man?
All right. Yeah, so we had Tyler here last week. We had Oscar here last week. Last week was Thanksgiving. How was your Thanksgiving? What'd you guys eat?
Turkey.
Turkey?
Turkey sandwiches.
Turkey. Oh, beautiful. I made the dinner rolls with the butter and put the turkey, mashed potatoes, gravy, and cranberry sauce inside, and it was...
So my green bean casserole was more like because my family, we like didn't know what the heck freaking onion French fried onions were. Kept on getting me the wrong thing, so I basically had to make the casserole without French fries. It was good, but it was I'm not a person that doesn't like cheddar cheese on a lot of things. So
yeah,
it was okay, but I really want to try it again when I have like the right ingredients to see what like the original stuff tastes like. So
well, Tom Brady plays like cheddar cheese. Tyler, how good was your turkey and everything?
It was great. I enjoyed it. I never had no green bean casserole though.
You gotta have it, man, especially when it's breaded.
Yeah, I've never been at a Thanksgiving where that's been served.
Oh, dude,
that's interesting.
Surprisingly.
Potato casserole, even some green bean casserole. I hate green beans, but in the casserole,
It's bomb.
it's real bomb. Bomb as hell. Bomb like terrorists. I mean, real bomb. So before we get into football, and by the way, we're gonna be talking a lot of football today. We're gonna be talking Jets and Bears. We're gonna talk Chiefs and Rams, Bucks and Browns. You can imagine Raiders, Traiders, and Seahawks, Commanders, and Falcons. We're gonna be going everywhere around the NFL. We're also gonna be talking just a quick 5-minute overview or post review of all the Thursday games. We're not going to go into a giant bit of those. And then, but before then, we are going to, of course, it's NFL Week 12. Now we're in NFL Week 13. Can you imagine that?
Well, we're wrapping up Week 12 today with Monday Night Football.
That's right. Who's playing tonight?
I'll look at it right now.
Okay. While Tyler looks that up. So tonight's Monday Night Football will be wrapped up, and then we got Thursday Night Football. Yeehaw!
Steelers and Colts.
Who is it?
Steelers and Colts.
Cowboys play the Colts this Sunday.
No, this is for Monday Night Football.
That's right. That's right. I'm sorry, what?
That's for
Steelers
tonight.
and Colts are Monday Night Football tonight.
Yeah, tonight.
No, the Cowboys.
What about them?
Yeah, what about the Cowboys?
I'm confused.
Sure we play the Colts on Sunday.
I know, but we were trying to figure out who the Monday Night Football game was.
Yeah, right. So Colts and Saints. So
Steelers.
Steelers. Whoever
Yeah.
the Steelers don't matter this season.
Nope.
Um,
Quite frankly, neither do the Colts.
Yeah.
Neither do the Colts. They really do. I got in a fight with a flight attendant over the Steelers. I told Oscar about it. I literally got in a whole argument with him, and things were said. Anyway, so we're gonna be talking all those games. Is Brady failing? Is Rodgers over? Is Jordan Love gonna be the new Packers quarterback? Are they gonna move on from Rodgers? There's a lot of things that are gonna happen. Fox Sports One should move on from Skip Bayless, but let's go ahead and get to the World Cup real quickly. Portugal is playing right now, but tomorrow is an all-important game for the U.S., who are playing well but not winning. They can't get past a draw. Tyler and Oscar, we're gonna ask you about. We're gonna go to Tyler first. What are you expecting in tomorrow's game with the U.S. and Iran?
I expect to win. I mean, I've been seeing some good, coming from them. They play pretty confident out there, but like you said, they need to find a way to win. It's kind of been impressive. I thought they were going to play a lot worse against England. I was kind of expecting to get really washed by them, but we held them down. They scored 6 goals against in their first game.
Yep.
So to hold them to 0 goals was, a good, sight to see. But I think that we can come out on top for sure, especially against the Iran team.
Oscar, what do you think? You're the soccer guy.
I don't know. I see a lot of flaws in this USA team. Most notably Christian Pulisic, who had a good game against England, but couldn't get that goal.
Right.
So and he's been struggling. He even struggled against whoever else is in that group. Wales.
Wales, yeah.
They couldn't. He couldn't score against Wales. So like I'm not. A lot of the USA hinges on him and seeing if he can get that goal, and
right.
that matters. If USA doesn't score, and if they say, "Oh, Christian Pulisic was close," or if they say USA should have won, no, they shouldn't have. That's all I'm saying. Because Iran, they bounced back from that 6-2 beatdown.
Yep.
To beating Wales 2-0. Like they really just.
Is there anyone else on the team that could really, if Christian isn't doing his thing, can anyone else?
I don't know who else is on that USA team, to be honest.
USA could do something, but we have to take advantage of the opportunities, because in both of these games we definitely had plenty of chances to put that winning shot, and we never did that. So if we're not scoring goals, we're not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, it's not about a tie either, because it's about a point system here, and the U.S. is down. So, I mean, my Mexican team lost, so U.S.
Messi was stepping on the jersey too.
I'm just laughing at the tweet that I said that you replied to, which is the best.
I just said, because he wasn't even, because I think the tweet was, "Oh, I'm gonna watch the game," or no, it was, "Oh." It was his post-game tweet, and I said, "You son of a bitch! You didn't have to rub it in," because he tagged me in it. Normally, I wouldn't reply. I would just like it and be like, "On my way." But no, this bitch had to fucking tag me in it, and I was drunk off my ass.
And all I said was, and I didn't say anything insulting. All I said was, "Sorry." At Fluffy JE97. That's all I said.
Yeah. Let me rub it in, but I have to apologize, but I'm gonna rub it in. You bitch! I know what you're doing. I know exactly what you're doing, fucking Commanders fan. Anyway, before I lose my crap,
lose your crap.
No,
just
so
remember,
we got to go on. Okay, we gotta go on. Don't make me mad.
Raiders won yesterday.
Predict your scores. I'm going to ignore that. Predict your scores for tomorrow for the U.S. and Iran. Tyler?
I'm going to go 2-1 U.S.
I was thinking the same thing. Oscar? Oh, you don't matter. All right, let's move on.
I'm going to go 1-0 Iran.
Oh, so you're a terrorist.
Why, bro?
Hold on.
It's like what I just said.
Well, hello, FBI.
Yes, how may we help you?
Uh, Oscar is a fan of Iran.
We'll go over to Virginia and grab him.
Okay, thank you. All right, that was Iran. Okay, so Oscar's got it 1-0 Iran. Whew. Me and Tyler got the U.S. So let's see who wins in that one. Better not be Oscar. Oscar's used to losing, so I mean, so is Tyler. But okay, let's go over NFL Week 12. Hashtag NFL Week 12.
How did you guys lose to Aaron Rodgers again? By the way, you guys are the only team to lose to Aaron Rodgers and the Packers this season from the NFC East. Interesting.
From the NFC East, yes.
While the
by Aaron
Eagles,
Rodgers.
the Giants, and the Commanders were able to put hands on and keep Aaron Rodgers down. You guys had a 2-touchdown lead, and you guys couldn't get that. And you guys have the better defense. So shut up,
We
Jason.
do have a better defense. You guys barely won against the Falcons yesterday. The Falcons. The Falcons. How do you barely beat the Falcons? Huh? Huh? What's that about?
You know what? We're talking about Aaron Rodgers.
Now you want to go and deflect, huh? What happened yesterday? Huh? Okay, we're gonna start with the Commanders for that, you son of a bitch. All right, so let's go ahead and get on the NFL Week 12 train. Before we start with Oscar's shitty, horrible team, the bastardest Commanders. They don't command anything. They don't even command wins.
Breaking news: Portugal just drew with Uruguay.
Uruguay had a guy named Luis Suarez in the 2014 World Cup.
Yeah, he old now.
Yeah.
I was just about to say that.
Yeah, he's old. But I remember that game specifically for that when he bit that Italian guy.
That was the best thing ever.
Like fucking Mike Tyson. Bite the ear. Yeah, he just bit his ear. I thought like, well, you normally should break ankles in soccer, but okay. Let's go ahead and go with a run around. Tyler, what did you think of the Thanksgiving games?
They kind of played out like expected. They were good. You know, I like that Jay Jettas. I didn't like the Cowboys though.
Oh, you mean because we beat your asses? We beat your fucking Giants? Huh? Now, granted, they barely beat the Giants. They made
You know what? That's another thing I want to discuss, Jason. Shut up, bro.
They barely beat the Giants.
Barely.
Okay, but you were so downcast. You're like, the Giants are gonna win.
Yeah,
The Cowboys can't beat a team.
And with those 2 interceptions that Dak had, with those 7 penalties,
it's the Giants, bro.
Okay, I understand that, but it's also Dallas, bro. Do you not know how much Dallas can just give something up? They give things. They give up more than Naeem gives up his balls. I mean, are close to it. Tyler, our friend Naeem, we call him No Nuts Naeem because he has no balls. I mean, women can literally run all over him, snatch his balls, and he won't stand up to them. Against guys, he will. So that's why we make those jokes that, you know.
No, but like still, like the Giants, the Cowboys have always had the Giants number.
They have. Now we are 10-2.
Especially even with Dak, even when Dak came into the league, like
yeah.
Even more so.
It's he's had a record of 10-2 against the New York Giants. So Tyler, I mean, I played that. Did you watch my post game?
No, I haven't watched that.
You didn't watch it?
Mm-mm.
Let me show you how cocky you were
For the Giants.
Yeah. Now this is the reason I'm showing you this. I should have shared this before.
Do you have the 30-second clip by itself?
It's a clip by itself, yeah.
Okay.
While
You think I'm not going to make a clip of Tyler humiliating himself?
While you pull that up, the cheating ass Astros added 2020.
Tyler, do you want to get banned from the stream?
Yeah.
They added Jose Abreu though. They got their first baseman.
Who is the Jose? Who?
Jose Abreu.
Why haven't I heard?
American League MVP.
Why haven't I heard of him?
He plays for the White Sox. That's why.
Oh, that's why.
But
I was
yeah,
like, wait a minute. But that guy. First baseman.
yeah, I fucking hate the Astros.
I hate the fucking Astros. Astros are just a piece of shit organization. I don't give a fuck that they won. I really don't give a flying fuck. They're just a stupid, awful organization. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. They're just stupid.
Yeah, I don't even know how you would want to go play for them. Fuck that.
Astro. I think a lot of these players, it's all about championships and
Right.
being
But I feel
fair.
like you don't really like get a championship when you're playing for the Astros. Like everybody discredits it. Like who even cares about this World Series since the Astros won? If it would have been anybody else, it would have been cool. If the Phillies would have won, it would have been dope. But it's the
Right, exactly. I would have loved if Philly would have won. Everyone was a Phillies fan then. Yes, I did see that they did make a signing. I didn't know that's who that was from the White Sox. The Astros are looking to win again, and they are not in a rebuild mode. They are in a let's go win again mode.
Right.
Just being fair, they're still a piece of shit.
Absolutely.
So, who do I hate more, the Astros or the Raiders?
It's got to be the Astros, bro. As a
Both of
dog,
them.
it has to be the Astros.
Okay, but as a Cowboys fan, it's the Raiders. So both of them. All right. This is how
yet he says that Tom Brady's the GOAT because he cheated and yet he cheated twice.
Right? Astros can cheat once and cost a team the World Series. Tom Brady cheated and possibly cost another team the Super Bowl, and nope, he's still the GOAT. Okay, this is how cocky Tyler was. I mean, are you kind of in agreement with Oscar here, or do you take it a different way?
I got the Giants all day, baby.
Giants? You're a Giants fan?
Nah, you already know who I'm going for in football, but anybody that's playing the Cowboys, I'm a fan of.
Oh, God.
And the winner gets OBJ, so let's go Giants. Danny Dimes, man, he gonna go off. He gonna have like 100 yards in the rushing.
Dude, you really sold yourself so short.
Bro, one of us had to be right. All right, your time was now, Jason.
But you're always so cocky. I wish I had clipped it out. In your Washington pregame last year. You said, "Oh, well, we're just gonna get a couple turnovers, and once we get those turnovers, that game is all ours. Washington's done." And you guys lost to Washington, one of the worst teams in football, 17-15.
Happens, bro.
No comebacks.
That's it. I remember.
I had to share that because it was the funniest thing ever. You Tyler being all cocky. So look, my takeaway from at least the Cowboys game, I agree with all the analysts that look, the penalties are going to end up taking the Cowboys down. You cannot go 13 penalties in a game, have 2 interceptions in the first half, and win. That you think if you do that against the 49ers, you think if you do that against, well, maybe the Seahawks. You think if you do that, at least the 49ers, Deebo Samuel, Bosa, if Jimmy G is Jimmy G, he's mainly Jimmy Gang. But if you do that against those guys, you think that's going to work? No, absolutely not. Now, by the way, your guy Saquon Barkley, he only rushed for 3.5 yards per carry. He only had 3.5 yards per carry, by the way. You said that he was going to be this and do that. Jerry Brookwright, I think it's Brookwell, whatever his name is. He had 6.2 yards per carry.
I don't even know who that is. That's I didn't even. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was in and out because I was like helping out with like the things, my Thanksgiving cooking and all that. So like I just watched it here and there, and then next thing you know, I come back and like Dallas is like destroying the Giants 28-13 or whatever the score was. I'm like, oh, game over. Never mind.
No, they scored on another drive because the Dallas defense couldn't decipher.
Man, dude, that was garbage time points. Who gives a crap?
It was, but at the same time, I mean, still.
And the Giants need some help over there on their offense, though, because when I was watching, like, damn, who the hell is Slayton and all these people? Like, I never even heard of these dudes.
Well, what did we go over?
Right,
is that the Giants are missing so many pieces of the puzzle. So you got to bring in guys you probably haven't heard of. Your guy Saquon Barkley, by the way, ran full speed on a flat route. What's that about? You don't do that.
Saquon, yeah, he didn't have a day, the day that he should have had.
Should have had. See, excuses. You said that Danny Dimes, that was his name, Danny Dimes. Danny Dimes. First off,
It was Danny Pennies.
Danny
So how did he earn a cool nickname? Like how did he get Danny Dimes?
I don't know.
Supposedly the way that he throws the football and like came in like as a rookie and started throwing I don't know. It has something to do with him throwing touchdowns.
Right.
Yeah.
In relief of Eli Manning and Eli Manning's final year.
It was hilarious to watch him have a terrible game. And now the defense, the Giants defense was a little bit better than we thought. But yeah, the our defense didn't allowed 0 yards for 15 yards. Zero attempts for 15 yards. So Tyler, I'm just doing it to rub it in. Now look, I picked the Giants just because of the tradition. I'll take the win though.
Right.
And any time to humiliate Tyler. Real quick, Bills at Lions. Oscar, your take on that?
That was a close game.
Yep.
And Josh Allen almost gave it away too.
Well,
Like, dude, if the Lions were a competent team, they really would have won that game.
Tyler?
yeah, I would have to agree. Really, Josh Allen is not looking the greatest. He's kind of, becoming a fraud in my eyes. It doesn't. I don't know. Everybody like is so high on Josh Allen, like top 3 quarterback, this and that, all the talk, even having the audacity to compare him to Patrick Mahomes. But I think that it was a good game. It was a lot closer than I thought, though.
Very close. Yeah, I mean, I knew the Lions were going to be scrappy, but what we said about that offense was explosive. What I loved about that game is that the Lions didn't take drives for granted, and they actually did what they needed to do. They used their time wisely, in my opinion, and they kept that game close. The fact that it wasn't the second half and you went, why the f- are they still playing in the third quarter? Lions Bills should just be on their way home. It just says a lot about how good the Lions played on Sunday. Now, their defense was a little sus. On Thursday, but they played a lot better than what I thought.
Yeah, I agree.
And lastly, the Patriots at Vikings. Kirk Cousins, again, as Oscar said, one of the worst at primetime. Tyler and Oscar, what did you both take away from that? Tyler, you first.
Just like you said, Kirk Cousins is a very mid quarterback, so he looks shaky. He's fortunate to have Jay Jettas over there. But yeah, Kirk Cousins is kind of a fraud to me.
I don't know what's been going on with the Patriots, to be honest. Like, that was just a Belichick defense allowing that.
Right.
That was bad.
Yeah, and normally you would think of his defense being top tier.
Yeah. Usually coaching on the field on that defense, but it wasn't showing on that Thursday game.
It wasn't. It was lacking. They weren't getting enough quarterback hits. They weren't seeking turnovers. They weren't getting any strip sacks. They weren't getting a lot of attempts. They had trouble getting to Kirk Cousins. Things you do that's from what I saw. Now, Tyler, if you saw something different, you could tell me. But for me, that just seemed like a questionable Patriots defense, and even their offense to me was a little shaky.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. The Patriots, I thought for sure, if anything, their defense would be the supporting cast for them, but it didn't do what they were supposed to at all. So, yeah,
you would expect that for the Giants or the Lions, especially the Lions that allows 34, 35 points a game. But the defense for the Lions picked up. The defense for the Patriots fell. So the Vikings won that game, and right. So my question is, for that 8-3 team, no, 8-2 team, or 9-2 team. I'm sorry, 9-2. For Minnesota, they're going to be the champions of the NFC North. how far in the playoffs are Kirk Cousins and the Vikings going to get? I see them getting to the divisional and getting out.
Yeah.
Depending on who they face, and it can also be that wild card round, man. Like depending on who, because right now, since the number one seed is definitely going to the Eagles, so the Eagles are the only ones with the bye.
Yep.
So, but it really depends on who takes that 7 seed in the NFC, because right now the Vikings would be the 2. They
That's
could
right.
honestly be beaten in the wild card round, depending on who they face.
Yeah, I can see that. Once those bright lights shine on Kirk Cousins, he'll show why he's Kirk Cousins, and I can see them just getting kicked out right away.
He's going to be Choke Cousins.
Choke Cousins.
Yeah, I don't see that Minnesota team faring out well. Kirk Cousins, he's a good quarterback. Is he great? No. Is he top 10 material? No, he's not. Let's go ahead and get to the rest of NFL Week 12. Let's talk about the Commanders barely winning to the Rams or the Falcons. Oscar, in your post game, you were talking about guys that really did do what they needed to do. They got some carries going. They got rushing. Tyler Heineke did what Tyler Heineke did. For those viewers that didn't get to see your post game, I mean, what was your takeaway yesterday on why you guys barely won against the Falcons? The sigh of the Commanders.
The quarterback, man. Like Taylor Heineke, he's proving that he's a solid backup, and he's doing what Carson Wentz couldn't do. But at the same time, he's also putting the ball in harm's way. In that first half, towards the end, the Commanders should have scored at least 3 points, and he throws an interception. Joey Sly misses an extra point where if the Falcons would have scored a touchdown and they would have gotten the extra point, Commanders would have lost that game. But the defense stepped up, so it is what it is, I guess.
Tyler, do you have anything else to say on that one, or are you kind of in agreement?
Yeah, I would just have to agree as well. I didn't really watch much of this game, but I would just have to agree. I was just looking up the stats and stuff. It didn't look like they did too much in the air. It looks
Taylor
like
Heineke is also regressing. That's the thing.
Yeah,
the last couple of weeks, 15 to 27 was last week. I don't know his passing percentage this game around, but I know it's around that same percentage.
Tyler, you were mentioning that looking at the stats, they were doing too much through the air.
Yeah, they didn't do much in the air. Like Scary Terry, he had the most yards in the air, and it was only 48. So that's not really doing much.
Can you look up what Heineke's passing score was?
Oh yeah, let's take a look.
Awkward silence.
Hold on, it's blown up.
The chocolate chip cookies or white chocolate chip cookies?
It says his QBR was, hold on, 53.7, completion of 60%. I don't see a rating on here though, on ESPN.
Well, if he's got a completion of over 60%.
Yeah, his QBR was a 53.7.
Man.
I wonder what the NFL average is.
Let's take a look.
Because I know
it's around
that.
So
What was it? What happened?
It says that the average is around 50.
Okay, so he's right at average, a little above average in QBR.
Yeah, he only had the one interception. With the way sometimes that he plays so confidently, it kind of gives the chance for those interceptions to happen.
Yeah,
and he also does boneheaded plays too, because people are so like he's throwing it into triple, quadruple coverage, thinking that Terry McLaurin is I don't know,
God or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
like
It's impossible for you can say what you want, but how is Scary Terry going to catch that?
Yeah.
He's just not. He's not, like Black Panther who can just grab it and he's good. He can't fly through the air like that. It'd be nice if he could, but those are throws that you're not reading the play correctly, and you're not reading where your corners are. You're not reading where your receivers are. You're not reading where anyone is, and you expect Scary Terry to do his deal. Well, not if his quarterback can't throw to him the proper way, or in an area where it's possible, humanly possible to get to it.
Right.
So Commanders barely get past Atlanta. If you can barely get past teams like Atlanta, Oscar. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Ron Rivera's got questions to answer. Let's go ahead and move on to the Chiefs and the Rams. Let's just go forward with this. Goddamn, Patrick Mahomes owns the Rams.
Yep.
Cooper Kupp and the Rams are not making it to the Super Bowl.
they're not going to the playoffs.
They're not
Yeah,
going to the
period.
playoffs. So, Tyler, what did you take away from the Chiefs and the Rams game?
I thought exactly what was gonna happen. Those Chiefs are looking like the best team in the NFL, really like just solid all around, and the Rams are just completely falling on their face. It's like they're still hungover from that Super Bowl. I don't know what's going on over there. I thought they were gonna get it together once they start off, very weak. But the Rams are not looking good at all. Like you said, they're not going to even be a playoff team, which is crazy.
Yeah, they look like the Nats. And if we can go to baseball, 2019, the Nats look like the Chiefs. And the Rams. 2020, the Nats. 2021, 22, one of the worst teams in baseball.
Yeah.
The Rams, their wide receiving core is weaker. Their
Right.
defensive ends are weaker. Their corners are not doing what they need to. They have again, like the Patriots, they had trouble getting to the quarterback. Patrick Mahomes' O-line really stepped up yesterday.
My biggest thing with Patrick Mahomes is that they tend to struggle in the red zone.
Yep.
Like he throws interceptions in the red zone, and that cannot happen.
Yeah.
That is a weak point. But I guess my argument would be, and again, there's a lot of teams that suffer in the red zone. Last year the Raiders really suffered in the red zone.
Yeah. Every year,
and they're doing it again this year. Well,
Yes.
they're suffering a lot everywhere this year. However, they won yesterday. We're going to get there. The point is, I feel like with the Chiefs, they know how to make it up. They have the talent to make it up. They have the skill to make it up, and they have the play designs to make it up. What do you guys think?
Let's see.
Yeah.
But it is dangerous if he throws interceptions that way. So the Chiefs own the Rams. Period. Don't even. They also own the Raiders, by the way. Tyler, we're gonna get to your team now. The Raiders played the Seahawks.
They had no business being in that game.
They had no business. Oscar, let me come to you first. I mean, based on the highlights, what were your takeaways?
Josh Jacobs saved the Raiders. It wasn't Devontae Adams, and it wasn't Derek Carr. At least this week.
Yeah, it seemed like the game just ran through him. Kind of like what Tyler was saying. The game's going to run through Saquon Barkley and Daniel Jones. It seemed like it just ran through Josh Jacobs. Derek Carr really didn't do much. Devontae Adams, the best wide receiver in the NFL.
He did have a few impact plays here and there,
right. But it didn't matter at the end of it.
What I'll say about the Seahawks is that their defense, they got their offense things figured out now that Russell Wilson isn't their quarterback.
Thank God.
But their defense is not what it once was.
That's right.
In that Legion of Boom era. So,
Tyler, I mean, It's your team.
First things first, Josh Jacobs is him. Like he's really that dude. Like I can't say anything bad about Josh Jacobs. And I was even looking. They said that they were trying to take him out of the game because he had like tweaked a hip or something like that. And he said, nah, he was ready to go to keep him in the game. It was a crazy game to watch. That's a back-to-back weeks. We walk it off in overtime. Um, and the first play of the game, Derek Carr throws an interception. So I was like already like, wow, here we go. It's another one of those weeks. Like I was kind of surprised Devonta Adams didn't show up as much as I would have liked. He had a couple of catches. He had like a one-handed, one-arm body kind of catch, which was cool. But it was an okay win. I always take a win, especially against the way the Seahawks have been playing. They've been playing decent.
Yeah.
It was a good game to watch, though. I was up and down watching that game. So
But I mean, let's look at this. I mean, your receiving core doesn't look like the receiving core of the last 5 games of last year. We are
Right.
now the last 5 games. We are after Monday Night Football at the last 5 games of the season, right?
right,
And your Raiders, this is when they got hot.
right.
But the
It's
reason
not
they got,
happening this year.
it's
Yep.
not, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna get it. It's not happening this year for a couple of reasons. My reasons are, one, your defense is horrid. And I'm not I'm saying it to be mean, but I'm also saying it to just lay it out.
Right.
But but your wide receiving core, you have the best goddamn receiver in the league. Devontae freaking Adams. And yet he makes a couple of catches. He had the walk-off touchdown last week. But is it safe to say that the talent really isn't there anymore? You have some people that are missing. I think Hunter Renfro's missing. Darren Waller's missing.
Yes.
So you've got a couple key players missing. I mean, is it fair to say that this lineup here just isn't capable of being a playoff material, playoff caliber team?
I would say so. Even as a Raiders fan, I would definitely say that we don't even deserve a spot in the playoffs, and we're not going to get it, obviously. But I just don't see like any point in going to the playoffs when we have a defense that is allowing points the way that they do. I would hate to play a playoff game and just watch our defense get stomped on the way that we have. We only got Max Crosby is the only light in our whole defense, pretty much.
That is true because he was the only one that was making plays.
Right.
Making
And
plays yesterday, getting some sacks, breaking up passes,
the
breaking up.
only reason we won. Max Crosby is insane. Like that dude, it plays crazy. Like without him, we lost that game for multiple different reasons. He made a stop in the fourth quarter, and he made a stop in the OT to save us. So
Yes, he
he's
did.
one as well.
He's good at breaking up plays. He can break up passes, which I really like.
Oh.
It's-
And if-
it's- it makes me think, why doesn't he go to another team like the Chiefs? Jesus.
Because he loves the silver and black. He got it tattooed before he even played one game with the Raiders. He loves it.
I give it to the end of his rookie contract.
It doesn't matter how much you love a team. I mean, people love the Dodgers.
People love championships.
But exactly. Does you want to spend a bunch of years wearing silver and black and not wearing a ring and winning the Heisman Trophy?
Shit, we got him for at least like the next 4 years.
Yeah, but if he requests to be a free agent at any time,
He's not
and the
going
Raiders the
why-
Raiders can sell him off.
to be worse and worse, but Max Crosby's not going nowhere.
I don't know. I think
1 year later.
You could clip that. You got-
Mark this stream down. Don't make me play this video again, Tyler. In next year, when we go over free agency.
Well, make sure
You know me well enough to know I'll clip things out, Tyler. I just did it. Okay, so Oscar, I mean, the same question to you. I know you're probably most likely going to agree. It seems like this team is just not going to make the playoffs. They don't deserve it.
No,
There's a lot of
they're
teams
not.
that don't.
I mean, they're not going to go to the playoffs because it's too inconsistent. They They finally got a winning streak going, but it's too late for them.
Yep.
That AFC is packed.
Too packed.
Yeah, it's too late for the Raiders to make the run. Like, do you expect? Well, we'll see what the Jets have in store with Mike White, and we'll get to that in a second. But
Yeah.
I don't see the Jets losing out. I don't see whoever else is in that wild card race losing out. Like, a lot of things need to go wrong for the Raiders to get in, and they need to do a lot of right things, which they're not.
That's a good point, Oscar. I didn't think of that, and it's like, even when it's too packed, it's like when you go to church. If those of you that are abnormal people like Oscar and you go to church, and you come in when the church is like 10 minutes in, and you're having to stand in the back the whole time because everyone has taken all the pews, right? And I mean, it's the same thing here where the Raiders, they're barely coming in. And the other thing too is, why can't you win a game in regulation time?
I was just about to say, you can't even win a game comfortably. We have to.
You have to go to OT.
OT.
And which is, look, if the Raiders were any good, I would count that as a strength. Hey, at least in overtime pressure, the Raiders kind of got it, right? Because they do. But you guys, this is the same problem that we went over last year, Tyler, which is the Raiders cannot win in regulation. Now, that doesn't mean that for the last 5 games of the season, but if it happens again, to all of a sudden there's some kind of magical casino chip that falls inside of Raider Stadium, Allegiant Stadium, and all of a sudden now they're playing the last 5 games like champs. Is it always going to be the last 5, right? So yeah, I'm concerned for your team, very much. Let's go ahead and go to the Jets. Mike White beating out Justin Fields and the Bears. Look, it's the Bears. But last week, Tyler, you mentioned Mike White. If Mike White comes out, the Bears were going to win.
Right.
So,
but I didn't know Justin Fields wasn't playing either.
That is true. Justin Fields did miss.
So, getting the fact that Justin Fields was not playing, let's get Tyler's takeaways from the game.
Mike White looked way better than Zach Wilson.
True.
He looked way better, and I was kind of like a Zach Wilson fan. He's a young guy. He's a MILF hunter. I was liking the guy, but with Mike White playing the way he's playing like that, they don't even need to give Zach Wilson another chance or anything, because he looked solid. He was making some passes that were impressive. The Bears, they didn't have Justin Fields, which is their number one key piece.
Yeah.
Well, that was kind of upsetting to not see Justin Fields there on the field, but Mike White did not look bad at all to me. I don't know if you guys agree with that.
All I gotta say is wait until jury's still out. I mean,
yeah,
Zach Wilson. The thing that's up with him is that the maturity.
Yeah.
Young guy, thick-headed. I mean, as a Washington fan, we suffered that same thing with Dwayne Haskins when he was a first round pick, and he wasn't willing to take responsibility for the way he played.
Right.
But same deal here with Zach Wilson, where he wasn't taking responsibility when it was clearly his fault.
When you don't take that responsibility, it can kind of make the other guys on your team to start pointing fingers at you, like, man, we should be winning these games, and it's all your fault, and you don't want that to happen in the locker room, especially with such a young quarterback too.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true, and I guess, and that's part of one reason. I know it's a different position. With Michael Parsons, when he was being all cocky, I'm the best, I'm this, I'm great, I'm this. I honestly didn't enjoy that. Everyone said, well, he deserves it. Yeah, but I particularly didn't enjoy that. And I remember criticizing Michael Parsons for that last year and after the season. And I said, look, you're 11 from heaven and you weren't enough. So, period. Zach Wilson does have a little bit more maturing to do, and he's got to get the Jets past, I would say, the divisional round. He's got to get them to a conference.
No. That is too much for Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson isn't even starting the rest of the season.
Yeah.
True.
They're riding with Mike White for the
But I
Jets.
think, but that's my point. Is like for him to really prove himself, he would need to do that. Mike White, though, I can see that there's a little bit of inconsistency.
Right.
I mean, the jury's still out. We'll give them whoever they play this upcoming week. So we'll see how that goes.
Portugal scored, by the way.
Oh yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo. Yay!
Yay! I love Ronaldo. Ronaldo, that's my family's favorite. Cristiano Ronaldo. We love him more than Messi.
More than Messi.
We love Ronaldo.
Especially now, Messi stepping on the Mexico jersey like that.
And I didn't bring it up.
Disrespectful piece of shit.
Canelo wants his fade now.
Yeah.
But Cristiano or Messi are going to win the World Cup. And
No.
they're going to go down in history as the GOATs of this generation.
Yeah.
Without a World Cup, which is sad.
Well, and I mean, just with Lionel Messi, I just hate him as a person, and him stepping on the jersey like that. If Mexico had done that and Ochoa had stepped on the the jersey of Argentina, I bet you Lionel Messi would have not had it. And so that to me, he's a piece of scum. He doesn't belong on this planet. He belongs in the Raiders because they're trash and he's trash, and so
Damn.
Yeah. I just don't like.
on.
I think he's a world class talent. I just, let's go ahead and get to the Eagles and the Packers. Okay.
What are you laughing at? I'm confused.
Rodgers.
Oh.
Okay, so Aaron Rodgers left
He
the
hurt.
game last night in
He hurt.
Sunday Night Football on NBC with a rib cartilage injury, which is not a very good injury. He says he might not make it to practice, but he's looking forward to playing on Sunday if the math lines up.
I wouldn't.
Not with that injury, I wouldn't.
Right now, I wouldn't, because, dude, he's a delusional Packers player, man. He thinks that he can make the playoffs. Again, the NFC is too stacked as well.
Yeah.
Like I said last night, if this was the Packers of last year, at the end of the first half, we would have said, why are they continuing the game? The Packers would have been up 3, 4, 5 scores already.
Yeah.
And the Eagles would have been trounced. I mean, for me, and now, before we get to the should they move on from Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love came in. He made some great passes. What I like is that his, like Shannon Sharp pointed out, he's got a good flick of the wrist. He can spin the ball really well, and the ball always leaves his hands very loosely. So, Tyler, for your takeaway from last night's Packers game?
Again, with this one, I didn't watch too much of it. I had seen some highlights and stuff. It's crazy that Aaron Rodgers doesn't look like himself. But I think he'll play next week. He'll just pop another perky like he's been doing. But Jalen Hurts, I mean, how many? I swear he had like 100 and something rushing yards.
Yeah, something like that.
100 rushing yards and 157 passing yards.
Yeah, so
which is boring.
He was on his game yesterday.
But and it was cool to see somebody else, another quarterback in a Packers uniform, and actually perform a little bit. Give him somewhat of a chance out there. It could look good for them. I could see him being their quarterback whenever Aaron Rodgers decides to be done or whatever it comes down to.
Right, and we'll get.
I don't see Aaron Rodgers leaving the Packers anytime soon.
Right, I don't see it either.
He and plus they owe him a boatload of money because he's being paid $50 million.
Well, yeah. We'll get to that in a second. Just to finish the analysis of the game, I mean, Tyler, based on the highlights, and I'll come to you after, Oscar. What did you see based on certain plays of the game, if you can, that really cost the Packers the game?
Well, I mean, the Eagles were just better. To me, it was just simple as that. They were just better. If Aaron Rodgers would have played a little bit better, I feel like the Packers could have won that game. But I really don't have too much to say about this game in particular.
Oscar, are there any plays that you really can look at? Was it the defensive ends? Was it the linebackers? Was it the receiving core? Was there any plays that you saw like, oh shit, yeah, Packers are just no.
They got into the game way too late. They were down 13-0. I'll give Aaron Rodgers credit where credit is due. At least he brought them back. But after first half, because I remember first half it was tied 2020. They really should have, changed their game plan, because after that it was all Eagles.
And yeah, exactly. And the
And then
Eagles
Aaron
kept getting
Rodgers decides to hide behind his injuries.
Yeah.
you cannot just blame the injuries all the time, which is what Aaron Rodgers likes to do.
Right.
You can't let the Eagles get to first and goal, third and long, and be able to either get the field goal unit out there, which is what they did, or even score another touchdown. You just cannot let them do that. Again, nobody there to break any plays, nobody there to get any stops, nobody there to do anything for the Packers.
Yeah.
So now we'll finish that. Let's get to the analysis. Let's get to the question: do the Packers move on this season from Aaron Rodgers? You saw Jordan Love playing last night. Jordan Love played pretty well. He is their backup, but after Aaron Rodgers leaves, he is very young. I think he's a solid quarterback. He even looked like vintage, good old Aaron Rodgers. He had some of that flair. So do they move on, especially when Aaron Rodgers just keeps delivering losses with a couple of little wins here and there, like the Bucks, or do they stick with Aaron Rodgers?
They should, but they're not.
Yeah, for multiple reasons, I feel like the Packers are not going to just say goodbye to Aaron Rodgers like that for multiple reasons, But hopefully he could at least be a good guy and try to mentor, Jordan Love out there and show him,
He's not going to want a mentor, dude. He's an asshole.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I said I would hope he would be a nice guy, which he's not, but definitely. But the Packers are not going to get rid of Aaron Rodgers. He's done too much for the Packers and everything, and they, like Oscar said, they owe him a lot of money. So there's just too many reasons that they would not move on from Aaron Rodgers.
Right, because what people don't understand is he gets paid $50 million a year, but they pay him for every game he plays.
Right.
Not doesn't play. It's not like you get $50 million regardless if you play or not. No, you have to play the games. Yeah. Otherwise, you don't get that full $50 million salary.
Right.
So depending on how that contract is written, do they say, look, we got 5 more games in the season. We'll pay you the rest of the money, but we have to let you go? Or for the rest of the season at least? They're not just going to like let him go. He's not a Packer anymore. He's not a Pack. But
well, for his health, he should sit down. I mean, the season lost anyway. So my thing is this: if the Packers think that they got Jordan Love as their future, throw him out there and see.
Yeah.
If Jordan Love is just a younger, better Aaron Rodgers, then that's no dispute. They got to. They're like, look, you're good, but we got someone that basically is taking your mantle.
And he is you. The way he throws that ball reminds me of Aaron Rodgers. Right. And the way he runs, the way he escapes sacks, the way he reminds me of Rodgers.
Yeah, and
that's why I gotta give respect to the Green Bay Packer organization. Because they did that exact same thing with Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
And then everyone was, when they drafted Jordan Love first round a couple years ago, they were like, the heck? That's kind of disrespectful. But they do a smooth transition where they still have like the Aaron Rodgers or the Brett Favre play 1, 2, or 3 years. And then when they actually show that they're washed or that they've overstayed their welcome in Green Bay, they were like, okay, this guy's already have enough time to develop, and then they become the next dude in Green Bay. So
Right. He did. He looked a lot more like to be thrown out there. He looked pretty composed. He looked uh pretty calm out there, like he knew what he was doing.
He did, and he didn't look nervous.
Yeah.
He looked poised for the moment, and that's the one thing I can give credit to the Green Bay organization, the Packers organization too. Is a lot of teams like the Cowboys, the Commanders, they have backup quarterbacks, but they ain't developing them to be the next dude. They're kind of like, just be a backup. These guys at the Packers organization are saying, no, we need to develop you in case you need to be Aaron Rodgers.
Time comes, yeah.
And it is exciting to see that for me. And I think they should move on from him in this season. I think Aaron Rodgers should ultimately retire, same like Brady. Because look, Aaron Rodgers has been 4 times MVP, back-to-back MVP, 5 times whatever. He's a Super Bowl champion over a decade ago. So, but he's done nothing else. Now, he's one of the top 5 quarterbacks ever to play the game, top 10 at least. But again, I think now is his time to really pass that baton over. The thing is, he's like Brady, where he's got that cocky, obsessive, like I'm the best personality type of deal.
That diva mentality.
And what?
That diva mentality where they just feel so entitled because of what they.
That's right. That's right. And it's that whole thing of he's given so much to the organization. Honestly, he's given them years where they make the playoffs and don't go to the Super Bowl.
Right. Very disappointing. Even to the point, like, the Packers are not going to do too much, and everybody expects for them to go to whatever the championship and then lose, or go to the playoffs and then lose. It's like it happens every time.
Exactly. So how much did he really give you? Oh, he raised revenue. He raised ticket sales. He was one of the best players in the league. He was MVP. He was this. He was that. How come Green Bay doesn't have 2 more Super Bowl rings?
Yeah. For
Why
the way,
not?
for the treatment that he does get, yeah.
Exactly. They should have at least 3 rings.
Yeah, I would agree.
Or at least have gone to the Super Bowl 2 more times.
Yeah.
Even if they lost both or one, at least gone 2 more times, and they have never. Now, granted, they had fucking Mike McCarthy.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're suffering with Mike McCarthy now.
Okay, but you're looking at Aaron Rodgers now.
Sure.
When they were the number one seed 2 years straight. Actually, if you really think about it, 3 years straight, just about. And they couldn't get the job done. They lose to the 49ers. They lost to the Buccaneers.
Yep.
And then they lost to the 49ers again. So
yep.
And that was without Mike McCarthy.
Yes. So again, it's the same result with Mike McCarthy, without Mike McCarthy. Period. Now, in the Cowboys organization, I feel like Mike McCarthy's a really terrible coach, and Aaron Rodgers didn't like him either. Nobody liked him in Green Bay. However, he had more control in Green Bay, whereas Jerry Jones has all the control here. So I feel like maybe we don't get to see him at his full capacity because of Jerry Jones. However, Aaron Rodgers, he's a staple of Green Bay. They're going to retire his number. There's going to be an Aaron Rodgers statue, all of that.
Right.
But this season, if they want any chance, which I don't think they have, they're 4-8 now, 4-7. I mean, they're with the Raiders. They have the same score as the Raiders. When have you ever heard the Packers having the same record as the Raiders?
It's been a number of years.
Especially with Aaron Rodgers at the helm. So I think they need to put him down for the rest of the season, or put him. And look, have him show up to the game so at least he can get paid. Yeah, but he's not gonna like that. Well, you want me to show up to games and not play? Who the fuck do you think I am, Aaron fucking Rodgers?
Yeah, I mean, he said that he thought he pierced his lung, but it turned out that it wasn't. But he should just relax. He's not.
He's 30. He's gonna be 39 this Friday.
He's not a young buck anymore. So
no. So I think they should. I personally think he should retire after this year. They've got Jordan Love. Maybe the Packers say, "Hey, let's have another bad season in 2023. Get Jordan Love ready, and then 2 years down the line, he's ready." I don't know, but I think that he should be done for the rest of the season and done for the rest of his career. Just done with his career.
He should, especially if he's having the year that he's having, and then he's seeing Tom Brady over there. playing how he's playing, he should just be like, you know what, I'm gonna just before I get any worse, put up some horrible numbers again and stuff like that. He might as well retire, but I don't see it. I don't see him doing it though. Personally, I just
I
feel like
don't either. He's too cocky. He's too conceited. He's too much of a narcissist. He's diva. He's a diva. He thinks he's entitled to everything, and we do that to athletes like Brady and Manning and Favre and Rogers. Is we we put them on this pedestal and this that, and then they think, well, they put me on a pedestal. Obviously, I am that great, and they
yeah,
don't come down to reality.
no,
So,
yeah, it's the truth.
yep. Let's go ahead and get to Brady and the Bucks losing to the mother effing Cleveland freaking Browns. Um, Oscar, Skip Bayless blamed Chris Godwin
I don't give a crap about what Skip Bayless says.
Yeah, we can't
and
bring up
Julio Jones
off the wall shit all the time.
Brady
and
Slurper.
Rashard
God.
Perriman. So, okay, my thing is they focus on that one throw of the game that Chris Godwin didn't catch.
Yeah,
That could have won the game.
I
What
don't
about all
care.
the other throws that Tom Brady threw? The offense is 27th in points scored. Their defense is 7th in points allowed.
I mean, the defense, it shows. Tom Brady. Tom Brady needs to retire. That's all. Can we just say Tom Brady needs to retire and move on from this conversation? I'm tired. I just can't wait till the season to be over. In fact, I want something. The Falcons need to get their. I don't care who it is in that NFC South. Needs to get it together and knock the Buccaneers out.
yeah.
I just want a postseason without Tom Brady, man. Like, I'm so done. Like, I'm done with the guy. Like,
Well, and again, I mean, I am too. I'm so tired of Brady. But one of the things is like, he sucked. He absolutely sucked
Yep.
yesterday. You can't just talk about one throw. What about all the other throws?
what about the full 60 minutes? Like, dang, goddamn.
Yeah, that offense was bad. The entire offense was absolutely terrible yesterday.
And here's the thing: the Browns didn't even come to life until it was like the last few minutes of the game.
Exactly.
It's better.
Plus,
The fact that they only scored 17. The fact they only scored 17
right.
with Tom Brady at the helm. Tyler, I mean, what did you see from Tom Brady yesterday that really spoke to you and went, Jesus Christ, what's up with this dude?
Well, I mean, in this NFL age, I feel like he just doesn't have what it takes anymore. He's obviously aged. He doesn't have the ability to, scramble and break those tackles or anything like that. He just looking like an old man in the pocket, just relying on his arm talent. But even that aspect is still a lot weaker than we've previously seen from Tom Brady. So it's a collective couple of things. He's been playing for too long, and it's to me, it's his time. It's really his time. Just he's not going to be able to be so successful with the way that he's playing right now.
Right. Exactly. And I mean, it's just this whole thing of everyone blaming it's the offense. It's Chris Godwin. It's Julio Jones. It's Mike Evans. It's this guy. It's that guy. It's Rashard Perriman. By the way, Rashard Perriman, who caught the winning goal, the winning point touchdown against Buffalo, and Rashard Perriman, who also caught one of the winning touchdowns for one of the games this year. He's won 2 games in a row, like Skip Bayless pointed out. Who the F cares that he won 2 games in a row? Look at his whole record this year. It's been absolutely awful. He's 15th in this, 18th in this. His QBR is even lower. I mean, it's just awful.
Right.
Awful. So I'm just tired of people. Brady, if they win, Brady, oh my God, Brady. Thanks to Brady, they beat this guy. Thanks to Brady, they won against this guy. Whoever they won against that they shouldn't have won. I forgot who they won against these last 2.
The Seahawks and I don't even know who the other team was.
I don't know, but the point is thanks to Brady, But then they're afraid to talk about, Brady was terrible. Brady did this. Brady. No, it's the offense was this. The defense. Who leads the offense? Who
Yeah,
leads the offense? It's Brady.
They couldn't run the Skip Bayless. They couldn't run the ball. They need a good run game.
yeah. That is something that kind of does suck because everybody is all over Tom Brady, which 7 Super Bowl rings. You kind of know why, but it always is like a blame game, and they're always blaming everybody else besides Tom Brady. I never seen anybody go out there and be like, "This was Tom Brady's fault." They lost because of Tom Brady, and that's what I saw. They lost because of Tom Brady.
Yep.
It's really saying that.
Like, and here's the thing: they had like what 20 plus seconds at the end of the fourth quarter. The first pass he completed was got them into near field goal range. You could have called a timeout because you had all your timeouts right there. You could have called at least one. And don't get me, oh well, the coach, the quarterbacks have the right to call a timeout too,
That's right.
No.
Why didn't Tom Brady call a timeout to give him an extra? That's Skip Bayless said. Why didn't the coaches call a timeout and give him an extra minute 20, a minute 30, a minute? Why didn't Tom Brady call and ask for an extra 30 seconds to a minute? Skip.
Right, and I mean
Tom Brady can also call time.
Experience in the NFL, he should know. So to call the timeout there.
He should know. Okay, look, I got 3 timeouts. I should probably call with a minute left on the clock. Let me call a timeout. Give me time to at least relax. Maybe think of another play call to do so I can work out a bunch of orders, and then let's go ahead and play. Tom Brady is just done, and I'm so tired of Skip Bayless says it's on everybody. It's on the coaching staff. It's on the offense. It's on the defense. It's on Brady. The defense is the best part of the Buccaneers team. Mm-hmm. Period. So, is that all the games that we're on? I think. Did I cover all?
The Ravens lost to the Jaguars. Lamar is gonna be the modern day Matt Ryan / Aaron Rodgers.
You think so?
Dude, he lost 5 games. He choked away 5 games when they were winning.
Yeah. I feel like he needs some help over there too on the offense, I feel like.
I don't know that he needs
the
help.
The Ravens, dude, OBJ, you talk about, like, I feel like, because the Ravens don't have wide receivers either. I don't know why OBJ is not thinking of going over there, like coming here to Baltimore, actually. Like,
well, what? I mean, do they even have a chance at a championship, even with a wide receiver like Odell Beckham Jr.?
Yes, because, dude, like, Lamar Jackson is like, as long as he has, as long as he doesn't get his as long as he's accurate, and as long as the defense does what they're supposed to be doing, the Ravens are a pretty legit contender. Like,
yeah, I mean, Lamar Jackson is electric, man.
He is.
He's electric.
He's a better, in my opinion, he's a better Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I would have to say so as well.
That's true.
100%
with that. And Jacksonville's not doing too. I mean,
yeah, Trevor Lawrence is looking like the franchise quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah, that 2-point conversion was big. That was huge.
The Chargers did the exact same thing.
Yeah,
to the Cardinals too.
They did, and I seen Kyler Murray was saying, like, schematically they're fucked, and like, so
man, dude, the Cardinals, they've never been good.
Yeah,
like this year, Kyler Murray, like, everyone's saying, oh, Kyler Murray's good. Look what happened towards the end of last year. Yep. Dude, they were comfortable with that number 1 seed in their grasp. And the next thing you know, they lose, like, what, 6 out of their last 7 games?
Or 5 or something like that.
Yeah. And then
they lose that.
And then they lose to the Rams in the wild card round. And, like, that's it. Like, the Cardinals got exposed. And they, because Kyler Murray is a little bitch. They paid the dude, so now they're tied to Kyler Murray for, like, the next 3 or 4 years.
Yeah,
I don't remember the Cardinals ever being good. I don't remember.
The last time the Cardinals were good were in 2008. When they made it to the Super Bowl against the Steelers.
That's right.
Yeah. That was my favorite Super Bowls to watch, by the way. That was Don't.
was a good game.
The early 2000s and early 2010s Super Bowls were exciting.
Yeah.
Now it's pretty. I'm like,
They're very boring. This
Yeah.
last one was pretty good.
Yeah,
Better than last year.
good, but the Super Bowls don't have that. I don't know what it is. Like it doesn't have. It has something missing. Maybe it's because I'm getting older. I don't think so though. But I remember growing up watching Super Bowls and stuff. It was like, wow, I can't wait to watch this. These teams are about to go against each other. It's kind of watered down now.
Yeah,
want to know why? Because these old folks like the Aaron Rodgers, like the Tom
Brady.
Brady's, like they won't go away. That's why I want them to go away. I'm like,
and that could be part of it too. Where now with younger generations coming in, the NFL changing its style of play, maybe we're gonna get better football in the Super Bowl because we do need it. Last year, it was a pretty good game until the Rams started getting help from the refs.
yeah, basically.
Yeah,
And of course, so I think that was all the games.
yeah, I think so.
I think so.
And Jacoby Brissett, he's he even though they have a 4-7 record, I feel like he played with all his heart, and now Deshaun Watson's going to be taking over.
I don't see the Brown again because it's too late. Like if the suspension stayed what it was, like I think Deshaun Watson was originally suspended for like 5 games. I think
It was 6 games.
it was 6
6
games. Okay, so if he would have stayed suspended for 6 games, and if the Browns were 3-3, I would have been like, okay, yeah, Deshaun Watson can lead them to a run.
Right.
But I think that since it's 11 games, 12 weeks, the Browns are just all right. Let's see what Deshaun Watson is. Maybe win a few games here and there. Prepare him for next year because
it's very much of we didn't get to see much of him. We're not going to see much of him this year. He's been out for 11 games. He's
been out actually 2 years. Actually, if we want to be really technical.
Oh, that's true. So what if he's not able to run?
Yeah.
If he's not as mobile, if his throws aren't as sleek as they were before, it creates a problem. And the Browns, they're already bad.
Yeah.
So I think what they're just going to do is just let him play, see what they got. And if they can't fix him in the offseason,
that was,
good
again,
luck.
not money well spent on the Browns part. But again, if that happens, I'm like, that's what y'all get for thinking that y'all are shit.
Yeah. I mean, Deshaun Watson was great. I don't know how he's going to play once in an official game, but I know like in practices and stuff like that, when they had showed some tape of Deshaun Watson, he didn't look like the Deshaun Watson I had remembered.
Yeah.
Like I said, I haven't seen him play in a full, like a game, an actual game. So it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, that was a while ago too. So who knows? Maybe he's done a lot better.
Right.
He's gotten a lot better, but I don't see it, especially when you're off for that long. You can practice all you want, but it's all about the play. And I'm sorry, but he's just not. I don't think that when Deshaun Watson comes back, I don't think we're going to see a whole dude that can just play like Deshaun Watson of old.
Right.
I honestly think we're going to start. I don't think he's going to be Carson Wentz bad. I don't think he's going to be that Baker Mayfield bad, but I think he's going to be in that conversation where we're going to put him with, he came back, but is it worth coming back? Is it worth paying him any money? Are they going to even want to keep him? The Browns haven't been relevant in forever. If they want to get relevant at all.
Yeah, it's the expectations are huge, especially when you get paid that money. You get paid that money to go out there and win football games. So it'll be a lot.
And they're probably, if they give him up after next season, then,
Right.
Last topic before I let you guys go. So Tyler said last week.
Sorry, Portugal will just beat. It's over. Portugal just
over.
Beat
What's the score?
2-0.
Yeah, they scored. They just kicked the penalty right now.
And Uruguay just couldn't do anything. Takeaways from the games. Now that we're watching it. I mean, from how I have it here in the background, it just seemed like they didn't know how to find the goal.
Yeah,
for Uruguay, yes, that is true.
Yeah, Uruguay, yeah. It just, to me, I've been trying to concentrate on the game, but I've been trying to ask the questions here too. It just looked like they can't. They didn't change their formation. They didn't change anything about their play to try and Nobody looked strong on that team.
Yeah.
Use the same formula with the same results. So
Yeah. Not a very good game from Uruguay, and that's why they lost to Portugal 2-0. 2-0.
Portugal is
Um,
moving on to the next round. Yay.
Ooh, Oscar's post or up whatever he does for videos for the World Cup is gonna be fun. Um,
So,
all right,
such a brief recap.
Portugal won. Bye. Your first recap was short. It was like a minute.
Yeah, because there was only one game that day.
Okay. What a waste of money, billions of dollars. Just and Qatar is it's just bad. All right. So OBJ, Tyler, you said whoever wins gets OBJ.
I remember.
I wish I clipped that out. God damn it. Oh no, I did.
I honestly don't. I feel like there's a 5% chance he ends up in Dallas, but I think that the Giants are so desperate
Yes.
that they're gonna be begging OBJ to like come in.
For that homecoming. I can see that.
Yeah.
Well, there's two things there. One, they're desperate because I mean, look at the receiving core of the Giants. I mean, come on.
And then
If
there's always that. I feel like because I know that the Buffalo Bills are also a possibility.
They
I
are.
say less than 1% that happens.
Yeah.
I don't think that he's going to go to Josh Allen and the Bills. I think he doesn't want to handle all those turnovers and all of that. My biggest takeaway there is, look, he has so much chemistry with Saquon Barkley and Slayton and
Jones.
Daniel Jones and all these guys. I think he's probably going to want to go back home because of all that chemistry that he doesn't have to build now. Just a couple new guys, okay, fine, he'll build it. But with the Cowboys, he knows them, because they're colleagues, but they're not coworkers, right? They're
not friends.
They're not friends.
Yeah.
He needs that chemistry, and he's coming in so late in the season. He's probably gonna only end up playing 2 games, which is not enough to build any chemistry
At all.
And also Jerry Jones and the Cowboys are not in a desperate state like the Giants are. Granted, I think having Odell would be a great addition to the Cowboys.
I did mention this to you earlier, or I think it was like yesterday or something. Dude, the Cowboys are stupid.
Yes.
Because they got rid of Amari Cooper.
Yep.
And Amari Cooper played great yesterday.
He absolutely
didn't get rid of Amari Cooper, y'all wouldn't be in this conversation.
That's right.
Of OBJ.
But at the same time, if they would have kept Amari Cooper, they would have been even stupider not because they kept him, but because Kellen Moore never liked to use Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
He always liked to use Dalton Schultz and Noah Brown and CeeDee Lamb and all those guys.
Okay, but here's the thing. Then not saying anything. Then
Amari Cooper.
Then not saying anything. Jerry Jones is stupid. Because why are you entertaining this idea?
Right.
Well, because his son said it, and Jerry Jones must have fucking
Jerry Jones just
that car accident.
He's freaking 80 years old. Just leave.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, it's just maybe that car accident really messed up his brain even more and said we should get rid of Amari Cooper. Get rid of him. And I can't do his impression because it hurts my throat. But exactly, Oscar makes a good point. The Cowboys would not be in the business of Odell Beckham Jr.'s next whereabouts, the next team, if they had Amari Cooper. But the problem is they wouldn't have used Amari Cooper because Kellen Moore never liked to use Amari Cooper. Every single game, I would go, why don't they give the ball to Amari? Why don't they give the ball to Amari? Why don't they give the ball to Amari? Same thing every year. It's predictable, just like Kellen Moore's play calling. It's so predictable that we already know he wouldn't have used Amari Cooper. We already know that.
Yeah.
So either way, I don't see him coming to Dallas as much as everyone thought.
Yeah.
Because Jerry Jones is in a we need you, but we don't need you. You need us more than we need you, which is absolutely true. Right. However, I think the Cowboys, they have a middle of the pack quarterback. They have an okay receiving core, and they have a great defense. The problem with that defense is they get a lot of penalties.
Yeah.
13 in their last game. Most penalized team at the end of last season in the playoffs. So I see him going to the Giants. Now, the odds are better for him to win a championship at Dallas,
Yep.
but Dallas
And
is
if
not.
anything, actually, his odds, because again, there's always that 1%. The Bills.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you really want to be technical, dude, the
Fit
Bills
being,
are a championship caliber team.
yeah,
that's like
definitely.
what they were playing yesterday, but or against Lions. But however, if it comes down to just the Giants and the Cowboys are the better team to get to his odds to get to the championship. However, yeah, if the Bills are in it, if I was Odell, I'd be going to the Bills just because of the championship, and that's what he's looking for. But if he's looking for chemistry, definitely go to the Giants.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I agree. I don't see the best fit in the Bills, but if he's chasing the ring, it should be over there.
That's right. Well, gentlemen, it is 12:58 our time, 3:58 Oscars time. Tyler, I understand you gotta go. So that was our NFL Week 12 coverage. Of course, we weren't gonna review tonight's game.
Who gives a
So,
who gives a crap? It's the Steelers and Colts.
Yeah,
Whoever wins that, it doesn't matter, and neither team is going anywhere.
they might as well get a draw.
Huh?
They might as well just get a draw. Just put up 0 points each. Just whatever. Who cares?
Just put up a field goal each and then just go home. It's a waste of a game. It's a waste of TV time.
Next Monday, hopefully, we get to see the Buccaneers choke against the Saints on Monday night.
Oh my! If the Saints, without Drew Brees, beat Tom Brady, I can't wait for Skip Bayless's Tuesday morning blame game.
Blame.
Yep. Well, gentlemen, thanks for being here. Let's hope we can do this again soon. Make sure to follow Tyler on Pornhub.com.
Yes, sir.
And Oscar at Oscar J Montiel 37 on Twitter, and RTS with Oscar. God damn it! I forgot to put your channel in the description. Send me a link, Oscar. His channel will be in the description soon. Okay, make sure you subscribe to his channel. And all right, we'll see you guys soon.
Peace out, y'all. Y'all take care.
All right.
All right.